guys, welcome to my channel. I hope you're all having a great day today. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the Huda Beauty Emerald Obsessions eyeshadow palette. I got this adorable little palette from Ipsy Offers, and I got it on sale for $12, so I couldn't pass it up because this year I've been obsessed with green eyeshadows. But anyway, let's show you the palette. I already used it, so you can see it swatched right here. Sorry about that, but this is the color story. So we get a total of 9 eyeshadows in the palette. We have 3 mattes and the rest are shimmers, and I believe there's a duochrome in here. And what caught my attention about this palette is the color story, even just the packaging. Emerald. Emerald is my birthstone. I actually have emerald earrings right now. So just looking at the packaging online, I thought I needed it. Even here, even as you look at the color story, it doesn't look as green and emerald as it's being marketed as. But I'm going to swatch it for you guys, and then we're going to get into the tutorial. Okay guys, here's a closer look at the palette. It's already a little bit dirty because I used it and I also swatched it, but here's a closer look, and I'm going to show you some swatches now. Okay guys, now we're going to go ahead and get into the tutorial. The first thing I'm going to do is prime my eyelids using the NYX eyeshadow base in the shade White. And I'm just going to use my finger to blend this all over my lids. Taking a fluffy blending brush, I'm going to dip into that beautiful pastel green matte shade. And I'm going to use this as my transition shade. I'm going to just apply it all over my crease, and then I'm gonna drag it a little bit higher. I'm sort of creating a halo effect, dragging it all the way down to the top part of my inner lid, and then the top part of my outer lid as well. And then once I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and slowly drag the color higher up on my eye. Now this color is just taking a minute to build up. It's performing a little bit patchy, but either way I'm still taking my time trying to blend it out and also making sure that I don't lose any of that color. Next, I'm taking a crease brush and I'm going to dip into that dark green shade, the matte green shade, and I'm going to apply this directly onto my crease. And I'm using the tip of this brush to make sure that I have a nice precise line that of course we will be blending out, but I'm just applying this all over my crease. Then I'm just taking my time dragging the color to the top part of my inner lid and the top part of my outer lid as well, and just making sure that I have enough color but also that it doesn't look like a really rough line. Then I'm taking the fluffy blending brush without adding any more color to it, and I'm just going to blend out the edges of the shadow that I just applied to my crease. And I'm just going to create sort of a seamless transition between the first transitional shade and this dark green to make it look a lot more natural. Then I'm going to be cutting my crease. I'm going to use this small lid brush and also my concealer from Rare Beauty. I'm in the shade 270N. And I'm going to quickly show you how I cut my crease. I apply some concealer to my lid, then I look up, and wherever that concealer lands on top, that's where I cut my crease. And today I'll be doing a half cut crease. Then I'm going to take this small packer brush and I'm going to use this to apply my shimmers. But the first shimmer that I'm going to use is the center shimmer, which is like an emerald green shimmer. And I'm going to apply this directly to the center part of my lid. First, I decided to go ahead and use my finger just to make sure that I have enough pigment. And then I went ahead and fixed the application of that with the brush. But that's how it looks on the center part of my lid. So I took my time really making sure that that applied nicely, and then I'm going to switch the brush to the other side, and I'm going to dip into that top green shimmer, which is a lighter shimmer, and I'm going to apply this to the inner part of my lid just to have a little bit of dimension. I'm just trying to make sure that I have a little bit of contrast going on in my look. But then I went back with the emerald shimmer and reapplied it just because I want the pigment to really pop. Then taking the crease brush that I cleaned off, I'm going to dip into that dark green grungy looking shimmer, and I'm going to apply this to the outer corner of my eye. Then I'm going to slowly drag it upwards and blend it into my crease. I'm also going to create an outer V shape using the tip of my crease brush, and I was just really missing some contrast in the look, so I thought that this shimmer will be nice and complementary to the look. And honestly, this shimmer performed beautifully, a lot better than the mattes did. I really took my time with that shimmer, but now I'm going to go back in with that blending brush, and without adding any more shadow to it, I'm going to blend out the edges of the shadow everywhere, just making sure that I don't have any harsh lines. And I felt like I over blended a little bit, which is totally fine if that happens. Then I went back in with my crease brush and just reapplied a little bit of that dark green shimmer just to make sure that I don't lose my dimension and contrast. Then I took a wipe and just wiped upwards just to create that perfect shape on the outer part of my eye, and isn't that so satisfying? So I went ahead and applied my face makeup, and now I'm going to dip into that beautiful duochrome shimmer at the top left of the palette, and I'm going to apply it directly onto my center lid. And I think this beautiful duochrome really worked to bring some light to that part of my eye, which I really love. Then next, I'm going to go in with a very small packer brush that still has some shimmer on it. And I'm going to dip into that dark matte green shade. And I'm going to apply this to my lower lash line just to kind of have more green going on, because I feel like I'm missing a little bit of green. But I'm slowly just building up that color on my lower lash line. Then using a finger, I'm going to dip into that beautiful yellow gold shimmer at the bottom right of the palette. And I'm just going to apply this to the inner corner of my eye. And I think it performed beautifully as well. Then I'm going to go ahead and apply the rest of my makeup, and I'll be back to show you guys the final look. Okay guys, this is how the look turned out. I went for sort of a brown lip today. I didn't want anything that would take away from the eyes. I love how the look turned out overall, but to be completely honest, I expected a lot more emerald from this palette. I really didn't expect it to be so cool toned, I guess. And I'm not used to preferring shimmers over mattes, but I definitely prefer the way these shimmers perform over their mattes. I feel like this matte right here, this one wasn't so bad, but this one is a little bit patchy. I tried to blend a lot and I did end up getting it to work, but it didn't perform as well as the shimmer. I feel like even this shimmer that I use over here like moved a lot easier than I expected it to, compared to the mattes, which the mattes should be moving around easier because it's just a matte. But I think the shimmers performed a lot better. But with that being said, the shimmers are also a little bit deceiving. I mean, it's a beautiful palette. Like, I love it. I'm going to use it over and over again. But I just expected a lot more green. I have other green eyeshadow palettes that, or even just regular eyeshadow palettes that are not marketed as green, that show up a lot more green than this did. But I do like how it looks. Here's a close-up. I just feel like I struggle to find variety, because if I wanted green, I had to use that shimmer here, which I liked, but I feel like there wasn't enough variety in this palette for me. There wasn't enough variety in this palette for me to create a look with. The inner corner right here, I like this shimmer down here. Really, really pretty. I like it. But again, I was expecting more green. And again, I got this from Ipsy offers and I paid $12 for it, and the original price is $27. So I do feel like it's worth it, at least for me getting it. All of these that you see in the bag from Huda Beauty, I got them on sale just to try out. And I'm still really glad that I got it. I feel like this is more pastel than emerald. Emerald to me is very deep green. And honestly, in the like springtime, I'm excited to try this matte out with some of these shimmers over here. I think that will be really pretty. But anyway, I do like the look that I created. What do you guys think? It's really nice. It's a really pretty palette. I'm just glad that I got it for $12. If I would have paid $27 for this tiny little palette, I would have been a little bit disappointed. But anyway, I still like how the look turned out. Okay guys, I think we've come to the end of the video. I hope that you enjoyed today's video tutorial and review. If you did, then please give it a big thumbs up for me. Leave me a comment saying hi, and don't forget to subscribe before you go, and I'll see you in my next video. Enjoy the rest of your day. Mwah.